Sports Circle Breaking News. The hardest step in any journey is the first.
Jason Collins took that first step when he came out as the first openly gay athlete.
He was followed by Robbie Rogers, albeit from the admittedly gay sport of football.
Breaking the camel's back was Darren Young, from the most heterosexual sport ever, pro wrestling.
Yes, homosexuality in sports has gone airborne. Today, at 3 p.m. Eastern, every athlete in the world came out of the closet.
Yes, Chet, everyone who plays sports is gay.
We followed up with Kobe Bryant to confirm.
What did you think was going to happen?
Few are surprised by this revelation.
The signs and clues were there all along. Whispering secret messages,
Massages,
butt slaps,
concessions,
little dogs,
big dogs,
sex toys,
kisses,
short shorts.
Point shots. That is a team record as the foul goes on Kobe for the fourth time. 4 fouls, and we're midway through the third.
Technical foul on Kobe.
That is, he had his 15th rescinded the other day, so he has 14. Now he's back to 15.
Yeah, so if he were to get another one tonight, he would be suspended for tomorrow.
Now, if he gets one tomorrow in Sacramento, he will be suspended for the first game of next season, if there is a next season.
Yeah, in the playoffs, it starts over, right?
Yes.
The count starts over. He's yelling at Benny, and we might want to take the camera off him right now for the children watching.
Who's on the San Francisco 49ers, great player, cornerback. And I interviewed him, and I'm doing my goofy interview, and I'm asking all sorts of stupid questions. And right in the middle of it, I ask him if there's any gay guys on the 49ers. And listen to his reaction. And to me, this is what the NFL is. Go ahead. And what about gay guys? Have any of them approached you? He can't hear.
Nah, I don't do the gay guys, man. I don't do that. Nah.
Are there any on the 49ers?
Nah.
Stop the tape.
They don't got no gay people on the team. You know, they got to get up out of here.
Can we
they
stop
do.
the tape?
Can't be with that sweet stuff. Nah.
Really? Is that true?
Yeah, it's true.
But they might be able to play well. You're missing one of the most fascinating interviews in the history of Why is the tape still playing?
In the locker room, nah.
Oh, okay. So they'd have to stay, keep it a secret. I'm sorry, I'm just hearing the tape in my ear.
10 years later after that.
You can't hear anything in your ear? Well, Chris, listen, I appreciate your time. Good luck in the game. Good luck in the game, man. All right, be well.
Personal courage, making history, and creating a giant reaction in the ironclad world of professional sports. One of their own, Jason Collins, a powerhouse player in the NBA, a veteran of the court, today told the world he is gay. A revelation that makes him the first active player to come out, speak up, and take a stand. So what will happen next? ABC's Dan Harris starts us off.
That's Collins.
All those shop-worn stereotypes about gay men, Jason Collins utterly demolishes them. He is a 7-foot, 255-pound, trash-talking bruiser who has played on 6 teams over 12 years in the NBA, making it to the playoffs 9 times.
I pride myself on setting tough kicks and, going out there and being physical.
Collins made history in Sports Illustrated with these 12 words. I'm a 34-year-old NBA center, I'm black, and I'm gay.
Gay rights supporters protest in Russia. Lately, they've had a lot to protest about. In July, Russia implemented what's become known as the anti-gay propaganda law. It bans the public discussion of gay rights and relationships anywhere children might hear it. Russia is preparing for the 2014 Winter Games in Sochi, and there is great concern about what the law will mean for gay athletes and visitors.
Say you can come here and be heterosexual and talk about being heterosexual, that's cool. But you can't come here and be homosexual and talk about being homosexual. That's saying this portion of people have these rights and this portion of people have these different rights. That is discriminatory and it's wrong.
Russian world champion pole vaulter Yelena Isinbayeva has made headlines by seeming to defend the controversial law. She says gay people and athletes are welcome in Russia, but they shouldn't publicise their personal choices. That, she says, would be disrespectful to Russian people. She describes Russians as normal and says women live with boys, boys with women here. But she has since released a statement saying that she believes her comments were misunderstood. In the statement, she says she is opposed to discrimination based on sexuality. Phil Black, CNN.
The locker room of a football team has got to be the most macho place on earth.
Yeah, yeah.
What was it like for a gay guy being in the locker room?
Jokes, a lot of jokes. It was just so difficult for me because I would hear those things and I would have to bite my lip, you know, especially hearing it from somebody that you could, you know, kick their ass.
What kind of things are we talking about?
Faggot, queer, you know, fudge packer. There's a joke, and it's about anthropologists going to this tribe, and it's about them having intercourse. So they would, you know, I'm sorry, I'm pausing because you just took me back there. Mm-hmm. You know, you just took me back to me biting my lip again.
What would you do when you heard these jokes?
Laughing, hey, you so crazy. You know, it's like, and then inside just be tearing up.
We've all had a lot of different conversations, all aspects of sport. I think this is the first time we've convened to talk about the gay athlete inside the culture of the locker room. Barry, I want to start with you. We have openly gay actors, openly gay politicians, openly gay individual athletes in individual sports. Why has this been the last barrier to be broken down?
I think it's such a macho barrier. I think all athletes feel that sports is a very tough thing to do, tough thing to play. I know in hockey, fighting's condoned, often encouraged. I think, you know, players consider themselves the toughest athlete. They want to play hurt. They want to show everyone how tough they are mentally and physically. And I just think that environment isn't open to an openly gay player coming in and saying, I want to be part of this group. So I think it's because of the macho image of a professional sports team.
Is it as macho in the NBA? Not as much hitting, not as much violence?
I think it is, absolutely. I think, you know, you're conditioned when you're young, and it's the ultimate in manhood is to be a professional athlete. So, yeah, that toughness and that sort of mentality exists in an NBA locker room as well. I do think that the time has come. This is long overdue, and I do think the acceptance level will be much higher nowadays than it would have been, even 15 years ago, because I think the league is so young, and a lot of these players have grown up now in a generation where there's so much more talk about gay rights and equality, and they hear about it so much more from the time they're little because the NBA is so young. I think that the awareness is there more, and I think that Jason Collins, if he is to be on an NBA roster next year, I do think there will be a majority of acceptance within that locker room.
This just came in from Hans Ward. He told NBC Sports Radio, I don't think football is ready. There's too many guys in the locker room, and, you know, guys play around too much. You buy that?
I think it's time anyway. You know, I think it's time some of these people, some of these immature, ignorant athletes in the professional locker rooms, even professional football locker rooms, they need to grow up, okay? And sometimes to grow up, you need to put them in situations they're not used to and where they learn from it, okay? I think Jason Collins is that type of guy where he isn't afraid to put himself out there, very courageous, that type of person to do that. It's almost time in every sport for someone to do this type of thing.